George Floyd incident.
Yeah,
George
tragic.
Floyd incident, an immense, monumental moment in history.
Right.
What are some of your thoughts regarding that whole, Travis?
It's just sad, because I look at it as like, I'm an African American male myself too, and my peers, some of my closest guys are African Americans. I have a younger brother, so it's like I kind of put myself in that position quickly. I was just like, man, like that could have easily been me. As far as the incident, him, not really resisting arrest and then being on the floor for 9 minutes and having the officer put his knee on him and then seeing him go like that. I mean, it was just so sickening to me. It's tough, man. It's tough. You just have to, we need change. I'm not very political as far as like understanding like all the insides and outs of it,
Yeah.
but I feel like there does need to be change because as being an African American male in society today, it's hard, it's crazy, So, as one, we just got to keep moving forward, and Black Lives Matters for real.
That's right. One of the things that I touch on is that you pretty much were very vocal about how you felt about the situation.
Right.
On your Instagram, you pretty much posted a whole about 8 minutes of how you felt about the incident.
Right.
And you really
Right.
touch a lot about on how you are perceived as an African American man
Right.
in the communities. Looking back now at everything that happened after that, the protests, the looting, the further things that are happening with police. What do you think is the best? What would you say would be the best thing that you could tell young African American men right now to kind of uplift them, or just what type of advice would you have for them undergoing this type of duress?
I think you got to continue to keep knowing your worth. I mean, I think the biggest thing, with America, the land of the free, and it's like, okay, if that's the motion or the, like, what's the word? The the word, like, it's the land of the free. Then as an African American male, you just got to continue to keep being positive, continue to keep believing in yourself, and just surround yourself with good vibes, So it's tough. But to my younger guys and younger peers, know your worth. Know that you bring a lot of things to this table, and we're bigger than just athletes or actors or, rappers. We can do a lot of good stuff in this world, so just keep believing in yourself.
Got it. It's just right now, it's a very difficult time right now. It's I know a lot of African American communities definitely that support from whatever platform people have
Right.
available, and it definitely has to come to some type of solution. Another thing that's been happening lately, it's tragic as well. We lost a very heroic athletic figure on Kobe Bryant in the most recent passing. How did that affect you personally as an athlete that grew up with the Mamba mentality of putting in work? How did that affect you personally when you heard about the story?
I'm not going to lie, man. I was sad, and it's crazy because I was in the gym that morning. Like, I was in the gym that morning, and I got the news from one of my close guys, or one of my teammates actually on our group chat, and they were like, Kobe just passed. And I'm like, nah, bro, Kobe didn't just pass. What you mean? And then you start going on your social media, you start having phone calls, and it's like, wow, we just lost somebody of that nature, and sad. I was in the gym, like, bro, I sat in the gym for, like, the rest of the day. I got to the gym, like, maybe 9 a.m., and then when the news came out, I just sat in the gym, bro.
Yeah, what did Kobe Bryant mean to you personally as a
Personally, it was
athlete?
just mentality, working hard, really. When I really came into the game as far as basketball, I mean, Kobe is all I really watched. That mentality, the way you approach the game, the way you come in the game, and it's like, I want to dominate my opponent. I'm paying attention to all the details, the small little things, and that's just what I really try to pick from Kobe, and it's just sad. But, he's in greater hands, and he's for sure looking down on us, and he'll always be, a big icon in the community of basketball, but really Los Angeles as a whole.
Definitely. How have you been applying the Mamba mentality? What do you how can you apply that in your daily life as you have currently? Right now, the circumstances that you graduated in are very, very difficult. I think out of right now, probably Mamba mentality is the best manner in which to approach everything. We have the George Floyd incident, coronavirus. How are you using the Mamba mentality to kind of get you through these hurdles at the moment?
Staying focused, staying locked in, and keeping your eye on, your long-term goals. As far as the mentality part, is just trying not to get distracted, really focusing on the things that matter the most. When it comes to George Floyd and the incident that happened, using your platform, using your voice to speak on situations and try to motivate the youth as far as, like, we're better than just, like I said earlier, rappers and all this other stuff. And the mentality is just that mindset, having that killer mindset and approaching it in your everyday life.
I got that. Definitely. I think you being a very outspoken figure in the Koreatown community, I think a lot of people are going to be looking to you for some type of, all right, what is Omar? How's he approaching this situation?
Right.
So definitely you have a lot of burden on your shoulders. But I think the fact that you're able to carry it with that type of mentality serves to really just propel your community to really do better on their own. And a lot of uplifting support when you released that 8-minute video of how you felt about the situation. That being said, now, what is some of the things that you're doing to be proactively trying to encourage change among the communities?
Well, for me, I think the biggest thing was just, I've seen a lot of things on Instagram where it's like, sign this petition here or do this, donate money here. So I've really done my research before I just go out there and just say, oh yeah, just repost this, because a lot of nonsense out there. But, I got with a group of people that I really trust, and we found a couple organizations and couple of pages that really voiced what's going on in the world and wants to give that money towards the right situation. So whether that's, for police and communities, or more research towards understanding what it's like to police in, minority communities, because that's big. Like, it's not easy, and then just really, my knowledge of what's going on in the world and then just applying that.